Welcome back, everybody. My name is Keith, or Uhfgood, or you can call me whatever you want to call me. And let's see here. Let's see if I. Yeah, I was afraid of that. This was last night's nightly live stream, I believe, where I started on. I'll just leave that. I know what it was. It's okay. Alright, so. Alright, so I had. First, I had this problem. It wasn't a problem, but the whole orientation and scale and all that stuff. And oh, come on. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this guy right here. Now this is supposed to be the X, and this is supposed to be the Y. Let's see. Let's just select the light first. No, let's select the light for a second. And so how to go X, Y, and Z. So this is X, and this is actually Y, and then Z. So problem here is that it's not a problem actually, because it turns out right, but it doesn't turn out right. It's always coming up from the side, and that's not what I want. But that's just because of the way I made it. So instead, I'd have to take. Let's see here. Let's select all. Where's the camera? Is that the camera over there? That's not what I want. Shift. And actually I want to zoom in. Zoom in on the camera. Oop. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Well, that camera is what? How come it's not moving now? Forget. I'm not sure why it does that crap, but here, we'll just do it like this. Anyways, see, and I don't know why does it do that again. Why can't I go? Why can't I zoom in? Zoom. I can do that. How come zoom doesn't work the way I want it to? I don't get it. I'll have to look that up. Okay, so let's select all, but let's deselect the camera and let's deselect the deal here. How come it's still orange? It's supposed to be deselected. I don't know, is the camera deselected or is it still part of the... Let's see what happens when I click this. How can I get it to deselect? I don't remember. Well, how about I just copy... Dang it, box select. How about I just copy all that stuff there? No, it's copying the stupid light. Quit copying the light. Why can't I zoom in? Zoom in. I don't remember what it is. It talked about it in the Blender Noob to Pro book. How come I can't zoom in anymore in Blender? Why does view sometimes stop at a point? There we go. Has to do with the direction I'm at or something. Can't move anymore. There's a lot of room. Blender's 3D navigation uses a central point to orbit around. Practice is good for modeling an object when you rotate about a lot to see it from all sides. However, it makes it awkward to explore a scene or model an object from the inside, for example. There are some ways to use Blender without this being an annoyance. View is constructed by 3 elements: location, the point of interest that orbit when rotating the viewport, the center of the screen. And I'm going to be glancing because I didn't start my timer, so I'll just be glancing over here, which is I guess to your left, which is actually to my right because my monitor is actually on my right. The distance, the zoom level, rotation. Typically, users don't need to worry about this detail. However, zooming will only change the distance, which is an offset from the location, where 0.0 is zoomed in as far as possible, no offset. Early on using Blender, I was quite annoyed by this limitation. Of course, there are always ways to set a new view center. Common ways to select an object and press numpad dot, period, or whatever, or stop, full stop. But what if there are no objects that you want to look at, or the object is very large? Sometimes I found myself rotating the view 90 degrees, panning, then rotating back, just seemed an unnecessary workaround. Here are some ways to navigate large scenes, or scenes with no obvious center. View dolly. Control Shift plus middle mouse, or Control Shift plus minus, plus minus. So, okay. Works similar to zoom, but translates the view center by panning forward. This is the most direct answer to your question, but listing other methods too. Walk fly mode, Shift F, of course. WASD. Auto depth. Zoom mouse to position. Border zoom. Center view around the mouse cursor. Okay. Whoa, what did it say? Dolly view dolly, which is different from the view zoom, blew my mind. I recommend auto depth to everyone. It's the first thing I turn on. Should be default, really. Auto depth. Useful in combination with zoom to mouse position. Using these will make sure the distance is always the value under the mouse cursor. That means you have to consider where you click when moving the view, but it can also be very handy since it gives you a lot more control. Control Shift plus middle mouse, huh? I'll try that just to see what happens first. Control Shift middle mouse, or I don't know. This might be an older version of, or Shift plus, Shift minus. Okay, fine. Shift plus. That does absolutely nothing, so it must be... I'm gonna have to specify 2.8. Can't zoom in. If you're in perspective mode, there's a limit to how close you can zoom into something. Try pressing num5 to go to orthogonal. hit Shift F to fly your viewport camera near to the object, then you can zoom again. By the way, the viewport camera location thing is something I find very annoying. There should be some kind of visualization where it is located, or some kind of slider or button, whatever, to relocate it. This is April 2008. Okay, I'm not going to see. Shift F. Is that fly mode? Nope. I forget what it is to do fly mode in Blender 2.8. Fly mode, Blender 2.8. Walk navigation. Looks like the new fly navigation. How many minutes are we at? We're almost done with this video. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and cut this a little bit. So thanks for watching, and please wait for the next video, and maybe we'll figure this out. Thanks for watching.